Okay, guys, I just went ahead and got straight into the next one. This is Massive YouTube Iceberg Explain Tier 4 Part 2. I'm ready. It is getting disturbing now. There's even a warning on my screen right here that Soygun put. I'm ready for it. I hope you guys are ready for it. Remember to stay authentic. And hey, a lot of you, I'm just joking. I was going to say the whole not subscribe BS, but do what you want. You're free range humans. Let's hop into this. I'm ready. You ready? I'm ready. You ready? I'm ready. You ready? Let's go. Warning. This video and series will mention topics viewers may find disturbing. Viewers' discretion is advised. Let's go.
Hello and welcome back to the Massive YouTube Iceberg. I got a new mic. That's all the intro I have. Let's get back into the list.
Jack Stauber?
Jack Stauber is a musician you might have heard of before, as he's gotten quite popular over the past couple years. You know that song Buttercup? Yeah, that was him. However, his history with YouTube runs way far back. He joined YouTube in 2010 and uploaded his first video in 2013, titled Juice Psychedelia Test, which is just kind of footage of him walking around with weird effects and a cool song playing. Then he uploaded the video titled Lice, which was an absurdist animation that would prove to be the genre of most of his later content. His videos are mostly music videos, as nowadays he does produce albums and EPs just like any other musician. It's kind of crazy that one person can create both music and animation that are this high quality by themselves, especially since he's been doing it since he was just 16.
Yeah. She's still sleeping.
Timothy Birmingham is a vlogger who's been on YouTube since 2011. He's an older guy, about 60 years old, so he doesn't quite get the whole
his hair is stylish
technology thing. Like, there are several videos by him where he just spends the whole video responding to a single mean comment. However, Tim is a very likable guy if you peruse his channel long enough. He lives with his 32-year-old son and has a pretty simple life. He uploads nearly every single day, and the topics can range from him eating and reviewing food, interacting with his audience, unboxing fan mail, you know, all hallmarks of your average vlogging channel. But there's one video by
I just love that. It just seems wholesome.
Timothy called She's Still Sleeping, which I would say is the most disturbing video on the Iceberg so far.
Wow.
It starts out as any other Timothy vlog. He does a standard intro, then he begins to talk to the camera about how it's already past noon and his wife Penny is still asleep. Something that's very, very out of character for her. He shakes it off, saying that it's a bit strange, and then moves on, continuing to talk to the camera about other stuff going on with them. However, as it would turn out, Penny wasn't sleeping. She had passed away overnight due to unknown circumstances. Timothy would go on to make several tribute
We can't we're 2 minutes in.
videos over the next couple of years dedicated to his memory of Penny. After realizing she had passed, he did not delete She's Still Sleeping, which was met with a bit of backlash from commenters, although he stated that he wanted something, anything at all to remember her by.
Realistically, and he doesn't need this, on behalf of my man Tim, fuck y'all, bro. He can keep the video. Like, is it disturbing? Is it weird to her memory? No, he thought she was sleeping. Like, I don't know if his videos are monetized, if so or if not, but I mean, that gets into the, I don't know why I want to use the word semantic, but that kind of gets into the political part of it. It's like, dude, let my man be, you know? Like, I feel like, you know, it can almost be like, no, I'm not trying to find an excuse for it. It's like, I'm thinking about the perspective he could have been in, you know? Like, and he said he just wanted something to remember by, so, you know, we got to take his word for it. But I was thinking, like, that could be a good video to just check on your loved ones. I know every night that I was sleeping for a while, my mom would come in and check on me. And I'm talking like recently, maybe like 20 years old. I'm 23 right now, but she would always just come in and just like make sure I'm breathing and stuff like that. She would just do things like that. And I think it's, you know, just like, yeah. Though. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's such a peaceful way to pass on to, like, you know, good for her that she went in her sleep, because it's like, let's not get deep. Extremist
pipelines is a very, very broad topic, although I believe it refers to YouTube's tendency to continually recommend more extreme political views as you progress down the political rabbit hole. A young, impressionable 15-year-old could watch a PewDiePie video, which leads to a Ben Shapiro owns feminazi video, which leads to Alex Jones InfoWars theories about the government controlling the weather, and sooner or later you might as well believe in QAnon shit and start frequenting Stormfront or 4chan's poll. Okay, maybe, as we'll soon talk about, that Alex Jones part isn't so relevant anymore, but you get what I'm trying to say. Going down this pipeline is all too easy for impressionable teenagers, which has led YouTube to receive a fuck ton of criticism, as YouTube is often what radicalized...
I mean, I don't know if YouTube should directly, because the algorithm's a beast, right? So, but I honestly think, this is personally feeling, I feel like YouTube should be a space where it's like the name. It's YouTube, right, in a sense. But it being the largest media, one of the largest media outlets, it's tough to know if, well, it's not tough. Lately, maybe the past years, I can't say if it's going in a different direction now. It's felt more towards a corporate-y thing rather than it being actually about the creators, right? So I could see how something like this happens. But I was going to say, all that to say that I honestly think a lot of the political stuff doesn't belong on YouTube. Why can't all these news media outlets get together, put their money together, because we know they're all controlled, and make their own platform to push their stuff out? And YouTube pushes more of the pipeline that's enjoying content, escapism, entertainment. Like, I feel like what it's for. Home videos, random memes, and push down more of the political stuff. Like, make it so you have to go and find that stuff.
Several mass murders over the years. They seem to have cracked down on these quite a bit, as I mentioned in the last video. They've made it significantly harder to find conspiracy theory videos. That being said, influencers like Andrew Tate that spread incredibly misogynistic ideals have massive platforms.
I have nothing against him. I've made videos talking about, not talking about him, but when people ask my opinion, I gave very middle of the road takes because I don't know him personally. But what I'm going to say is possibly controlled opposition, dude. Controlled opposition to spark a reaction out of people. Everything that I see revolving this dude. I made a video. Oh, actually, it's my video that I made about, I have Moon's channel on the front of it. Funny being LUNARWASLOST, but Moon. And in his video, he added a clip where he said it's funny how he tells you to escape the Matrix, but then simultaneously, makes the funny videos where he's clipped out of context, I guess, where it's like, oh, you're broke, or you got to get these Bugattis, or you got to get out the Matrix by getting more money. But the point of escaping the Matrix is getting out of the rat race and realizing that we give the value to money and that it really has no value. The Matrix is about freeing your mind. I guess in a sense, money could be, you could put that value on it, but my man tells you to do the very opposite thing of what Neo was supposed to be about.
On YouTube without even having an account. There's not really any clear solution.
And then everyone adapted the term after he blew up. It felt like he popularized it to another degree. Now you just see videos, escape the Matrix, escape the Matrix, escape the Matrix. Motherfucker, you are the Matrix.
To this, and it's kind of a plague on our society, honestly. Although, in the time between writing the script and recording, Andrew Tate got arrested, so get shitted on, bozo.
I feel like, damn, you have some strong views, Swag, but I understand, dude. He came out extreme because shock value. But I'm telling you, it's controlled opposition. I don't really even feel like he was really arrested. Those are my own personal beliefs. Dude,
Trey Eric Sessler, better known as LensCap Productions or Mr. Anime, was a YouTuber who was one of the pioneers of the YouTube anime review community, going back as far as 2006. His videos inspired several big names today, such as Gigguk and Glass Reflection. His impact on the site is absolutely nothing to be scoffed at, although I don't think you'll be seeing many Mr. Anime videos in your recommended feed. As his videos progressed onward into the coming years, his content would get a bit strange. He developed an obsession with firearms, doing extensive research on serial killers, and, according to some rumors, killing and torturing animals around his neighborhood. In February of 2012, Trey uploaded a video.
I thought that was going to be wholesome. I'm not going to continue on that thought.
Titled Mr. Anime is planning something, where he has a vague explanation that he's soon planning on rewarding himself. So he'll be taking a couple weeks off of YouTube. A couple weeks later, he uploaded a video stating that he found a job in a field that he found fascinating. Soon after that video was uploaded, he would go on a killing spree, murdering his entire family in cold blood, including his parents, little brother, and remaining pets. He then proceeded down his street to his high school, where he planned on killing at least 70 students in an effort to become the biggest mass murderer in history, inspired by the Columbine High School massacre. His reason for killing his family is apparently so that they wouldn't have to deal with the trauma of having their son/brother being a mass murderer. However, he never carried through with the mass shooting at his high school, instead opting to wait at his house until police came. This situation is incredibly jarring, as this isn't some obscure YouTuber. He was actually a very influential figure in the mid to late 2000s on YouTube. Several other content creators would go on to make videos about the situation, and he remains one of the most infamous YouTubers turned murderers. Robert Helman is another one of those creepy ARG channels. All the videos consist of grayscale images with ominous audio playing in the background. What the images actually are appear to be a dead body wrapped in plastic bags that the uploader names Daisy. There are 2 scenes in every video that transition into each other with these ominous messages. Combining each message from every video results in this poem, which tells the story of a lady who went to church and encountered a dead body on the ground, festering with worms and stuff like that. Then the parson tells her that's how she'll be when she dies. Looking at the other videos, we can see that this body moves around sometimes, moving objects, and in the final video, leaving the house altogether. So most likely the body is perhaps possessed by some spirit or something of the sort. The name of the channel, Robert Helman, doesn't actually refer to the person uploading the videos, but rather an Australian actor of the same name, who's most well known for his role in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang as the child catcher. Obviously, I don't think this channel is really real. It's just another art piece like several other entries in this tier.
Several other entries? Medieval found
God fucking
footage?
damn it, I do have to talk about this at some point. If you're an avid Iceberg Explained watcher, which I'm assuming you are because you're currently about 5 hours into one of them, then you may be accustomed with this phrase. As someone who has been looking at iceberg charts years before they ever got popular with YouTube, this phrase appears in basically every single one of them. I mean, you've got it showing up in the conspiracy theory iceberg, the lost media iceberg, found footage iceberg, and now the YouTube iceberg.
Oh shit, that's me!
Medieval found footage is on the level of every copy of blank as personalized shit that the Mario 64 iceberg popularized, although with this one, it seems less like people are aware that it's just an inside joke from when these iceberg charts were still just shitposts by 4chan users. Potted Plant even seems to recognize this, as he included "I'm sorry" after the
What is this? I'm actually not familiar.
phrase in the original image. I guess, in fairness, I should explain what it is. Medieval found footage basically just refers to the idea that there is found footage of medieval times that's produced via some form of time travel. A video was uploaded in 2020 to YouTube by Basti666 in response to the meme, which basically just features some grainy black and white footage. It's obviously fake, all of these are just taken from various black and white films, but it still manages to get some YouTube commenters. To be honest, it's a pretty interesting concept, but until time travel is actually invented, it will stay just that, a concept.
Hey, well, if you want time travel, go hit up your boy CERN. Not actually Soig's boy CERN, but I saw an article released today that was CERN is not trying to open a portal. All right. And I'm not gonna, no more comments.
Flying Girl in Russian Wood is a video posted by Zev Ganesh 2000 and 2009 that appears to run at 6 FPS. Apparently, according to the description, the uploader was going through a walk through the woods with his dog, when the dog runs off and leads him to this strange sight of a little girl suspended in the air, while a person, presumably the girl's mother or father, tries to get her down before she finally lands at the end of the video. What's interesting is that this one isn't promoting anything, doesn't have ominous music playing,
I honestly would believe it.
nor does it have some ham-fisted moral lesson at the beginning or end. It's just a girl floating, uploaded on a channel that has exactly one video.
Oh, I've seen this before.
I mean, it's still fake. The general consensus being that the girl is hoisted up by some kind of invisible rope or rope.
And also too, it's like, why would they run? Like them running as if they were seen would make it seem like
that was digitally edited out post-production. I'll link a pretty good video by Captain Disillusion that debunks this video, which, by the way, this guy's a really good channel.
I think I've heard of that guy too.
Burden is a strange YouTube channel that started in 2009, although it didn't begin uploading until 2015. The description states that these videos are for those who are no longer human and those who can't relate. Videos range from unruly despair to unrecognized rage. Deprived visions. The videos themselves have tons of strange imagery that's not really explainable, and the descriptions have philosophical commentary on life, like how acquiring material possessions won't leave you fulfilled in life, or how dreams are imperfections of sleeping, just like how consciousness is an imperfection of being awake, or how you should forget. Ultimately, Burden is a nihilistic art piece that discusses various issues with the human condition and uses some creepy imagery to get those points across. I couldn't find anything on the identity of whoever runs the channel, and frankly I don't really want to. However, they still seem to interact with their audience pretty frequently, even having a Discord server.
Why are you still showing this shit?
Huh.
I would say like this. When it comes to consciousness, I think that's one of the things you learn here is self-mastery is the goal at the end of the day. Self-mastery above everything. Because when you master yourself, you'll be able to pass that on to others and help others. And it's just really important. There are nihilistic views and everything. I understand the perspective of, like, you know, everyone having multiple perspectives. But material possessions, like that dude did have a point on that too. Material possessions will not make you happy. Because if you think of Earth when it was just a plane of existence, no buildings, no cities, no this, no that, there was nothing. And essentially, we came along, the little characters, and maybe there's NPCs too, that took these dust particles and minerals and everything here and started to build it. Like it's one gigantic playground. I don't know if I said this in an earlier tier, but essentially everything only has meaning that you give it. So you can find meaning in material things, but that meaning comes from within. This is just me spouting my little gems. You don't gotta believe or take them, but that's just what I feel. So I never, like, I understand the nihilistic points of views and things like that, but I don't know why they're always coupled together with some creepy horror shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like existence is not that scary because existence is you in a sense. I really just don't like, that's a personal thing. I don't like the fear mongering shit when it comes to like trying to understand consciousness or the point of existence. It's like, well, when you're feeling things and experiencing things, you're basically living out the parable right there. The parable and the existence is your life. It's you. It's everything. It's every moment. It's everything. It's the breath. That's why breath is prana. Prana is like life force. It's you. So, of course, nothing outside of yourself can truly make you happy or things like that. Everything is Terrible memorable.
Everything is Terrible is an artist collective based in Los Angeles, California, founded in 2007 by a group of college students that met at the University of Ohio in the early 2000s. The collective is dedicated to going through VHS stores, garage sales, thrift stores, and bargain bins and finding outrageous or strange clips you can only find by doing this kind of thing. Then they edit the films down and post them to the internet on their own website.
Okay, is that a real cat?
Generic-esque comedy style. Popular videos by Everything is Terrible include So Your Cat Wants a Massage,
A Whisker Watch alert is in effect here. Remember, a major Whisker Watch alert is in effect here.
What Are We Doing Here? And of course, the ever-popular Dwayne, which, yes, this is where that meme was sort of kickstarted.
No way!
They're also well known for having over 15,000 copies of Jerry Maguire on VHS, with their final goal to build a giant pyramid in the southwest United States desert, made entirely out of Jerry Maguires. They're also responsible for 8 feature-length films, all composed of VHS clips. And last but not least, Everything is Terrible, according to an interview by Vice, at one point got the keys to the largest ever collection of home movie VHS tapes, from a source they legally were not allowed to disclose anything about, besides the fact that they were the longest-running primetime television program in history. Combining those two attributes together narrows it down so far to the point where, yeah, you get the picture. Rejected from this television program were thousands upon thousands of strange home videos that they were legally allowed to sift through and do whatever they wanted with. Enter Memory Hole, a YouTube channel created by Everything is Terrible that reuses these unused home videos and adds in editing that just makes everything feel oddly psychedelic, I guess. These videos were rejected from being on AFI, I mean the television program that they got them from, for for a whole host of reasons, ranging from just kind of being boring and not really that funny, to genuinely being horrifying, helped in most part by the editing and forced by the Everything is Terrible team. These videos include Shaving Cream Torture, Clown Town, and Death is Coming. After I heard the backstory behind these videos, I had a hard time believing they were even real, but they are. I'll leave this entry off with my favorite memory hole video, which is Happy Birthday Lil Friend, where a family sings the happy birthday song for their pet raccoon named Annabelle.
Happy birthday to you.
Fuck raccoons.
Concluse is an atmospheric indie horror game released by Studio Snowspot in 2018. Having a PlayStation 1 aesthetic and inspired by several other horror games like Silent Hill, it's quite visually interesting on its own.
Yeah.
However, that's not the reason this game is popular, nor is its 2018 release the true origin of it.
It's the, yeah.
Concluse, in actuality, started as an ARG on YouTube of an allegedly rare PS1 game, kind of like Petscop or Bed Drowned. The series was produced by John Martin and featured 18 videos before the series' eventual conclusion in 2018, with the game releasing as an indie game on Steam later that year, which I think it's pretty interesting, since it's not often that these video game-related ARGs will form into actual releasable products.
Yeah, that's
Nowadays,
so cool.
John Martin is working on the sequel to Concluse, Concluse 2, The Drifting Prefecture.
Satan's Sphinx, what the hell?
Satan's Sphinx refers to a video that allegedly finds its origins on the deep web, being banned by the United States government due to its tendencies to make people go insane and kill themselves or
I so respect you for that, Swag.
each other or something. It apparently contained audio that consisted of extremely loud sounds, screaming, and whispering noises, and various flashing images of disturbing content, such as gore. This video may bring flashbacks back to entries such as The Grifter, Mariana Mordegard Glesgorv, or even Suicide Mouse and Suicide Squid are basically the same shit as Satan's Sphinx. I think it was either a conspiracy theory made up by someone who was afraid of MK Ultra shit, or just made up by someone trying to be edgy on the internet, which is how a lot of these started anyways. Either way, it's still fun to see people be genuinely convinced by these shitty Windows Movie Maker recreations that are somehow even less scary than the likes of Carl Mayer.
Yeah. Cursed Kleenex.
The year was 1986 in Japan, and American tissue brand Kleenex issued a strange commercial advertising their product. It featured a lady singing to some kind of weird ogre baby, and it just has a very ominous feel thanks to the lack of instruments and the fact that the commercial is just generally kind of unexplainable. This of course led to several rumors about the advertisement saying that it was cursed, and everyone involved with the production of the commercial had died, or that watching it would cause you to have bad luck or something like that. The biggest rumor of all was that if you watched it past midnight, the audio and video would become distorted and demonic. So is this real? No! Eratos refers to an urban legend that was pretty much everywhere around the internet around 2015 to 2016. It was originally started by this 4chan post created by an anonymous user of the X board. They speak of how their friend, an unnamed homeless woman working at a programming department, came across a mysterious tape gun that said the words Eratos across it. The man she was working with immediately told her to get rid of it and not mention it to any supervisors or coworkers, stating that the company has code to immediately sever ties with any employee that decides to search up Eratos in their system. The rumor spread further across the board, with several other posts corroborating similar details about how Eratos is some kind of sketchy program that a lot of big web companies, such as YouTube, use to remove copyright infringement on their sites. The Eratos story then takes us to many places on the internet, such as Kronos for Life Jurassic Park, an obscure Jurassic Park fan channel run by a man and his deceased grandmother that has allegedly been targeted by the aggressive program known as Eratos, with frequent copyright takedowns. Mysteriously, one of the videos includes an address in the YouTube automatic captions feature, which can't actually be edited by the user. The address isn't valid as the zip code doesn't match up with the town given, however it does match up with the Bandcamp account for KFC Murder Chicks, which has since been taken down. The band allegedly comprised a couple of homeless women, one of which had
no way this is all connected to just promote music again. Wow.
Worked in a warehouse. KFC Murder Chicks was linked to a YouTube upload of the album by a channel with the name Todd Ellsworth with a description reading Eratos or Rusts. Todd Ellsworth, of course, being an anagram for The Lost World, which is the name of Jurassic Park 2. Todd's Twitter account often posted weird things, including this image of a police sketch of a rape suspect from Maui. There was also, of course, Exer Herb, a YouTube channel that was covering the whole mystery.
That's what that image is, bro.
Pretty well until it was taken down for copyright infringement. Eratos was a pretty elaborate ARG that had a lot of interesting things going on. It may or may not have kind of fallen apart when the whole premise was that it's this term you're not allowed to search for, since that's something that's easily disprovable by, searching for it. Still, though, I think it's definitely one of the more interesting ARGs thus far. The ARG is over at this point, but KFC Murder Chick still produces music, so check them out if you're into music that sounds like this. Lizard Squad was a hacking group quite infamous on the internet in the mid-2010s. They're most infamous for their hacks on several gaming services such as Xbox Live, PlayStation Network, the servers of games like Destiny and League of Legends, and they also hacked the Machinima website to just be ASCII art of their logo, all of which were conducted in 2014. Also, in the tail end of 2014, they managed to even hack North Korea's weird internet thing that only has a couple websites. In January of 2015, they hacked Malaysia Airlines websites, redirecting users to an image of a baller-as-fuck lizard, with the message 404 plane not found, obviously referencing the missing flight of the previous year. They also issued a bomb threat to American Airlines flight that was occupied by John Smedley, the president of Sony Online Entertainment. On January 26, 2015, social media services such as Facebook, Instagram, and Tinder suffered outages. Lizard Squad quickly raced to the scene, claiming it was them that caused them to go down, but Facebook later released a statement that the outages were due to their own services and not a third-party attack. So Lizard Squad just fucking lied. Later that week, Taylor Swift's Instagram account was hacked by them, and they stated that they'll sell Taylor's nude photos in exchange for Bitcoin. This, of course, was also a lie, as Taylor Swift did not have any nude photos on her Instagram. Many Lizard Squad members, such as Vinny Omari, Julius Kivimaki, Bradley Jan Willem Van Roy, and Zachary Bukta, have been discovered by the government and consequently arrested for, computer hacking. Although some of them have been bailed out of jail. All in all, Lizard Squad has always gone down, at least in my eyes, as Anonymous's annoying little brother.
Anonymous's annoying little pet lizard. That's cool though. That's cool. Like, not cool that they were hacking people, but the fact that like people get together and just want to do this shit, and like it seemed in the beginning like they were just trolling. It seemed mostly it was trolling, and that's why I say it's cool, because it seems like a group like that could be way more dangerous, but so that's why I say it's cool, because that's a lot of power.
Yuri Mir is, or was, one of the most popular Terraria content creators on the platform.
I have too many hours in this game.
With over 400,000 subscribers and active from 2011 to 2017. He was a very beloved member of the Terraria community, often interacting with his fellow fans of the game, and even working with Relogic, the developers of the game, to produce trailers for new updates. Yuri Mir's actual identity is a complete mystery, since he's never shown his face, never revealed his name, and doesn't even narrate his videos. Usually he uses text captions instead. Despite being so universally loved within the game's community, Yuri Mir was quite a mysterious guy. The mystery was heightened even more when in 2015 he disappeared off the face of the earth. His YouTube channel stopped uploading, his Twitter went dark, and not even his friends in the community heard anything from him. Yuri Mir stayed invisible for about the next 2 years before eventually returning in 2017, posting a long pinned comment for how for years, all he had done in life was grind out his work and his YouTube.
Oh, Ymir. His name, it's Norse inspired. Like in Norse mythology, there's a contest between Thor and the giants, and one of the trials, Thor is supposed to empty a large drinking horn, but no matter how much he tries to drink, there is no end. He is forced to quit. The reason for his failure was not his ability to drink, but because the giants put a spell on the horn so that it was linked to the ocean, thus making it impossible to empty. 2 years ago, and a lot earlier, I spent my days either at my workplace or home making videos. My mind constantly drifted towards those two, and I had a hard time focusing on having a normal conversation with anyone that mattered. Then one day I heard the love of my life crying from the room next door, and of course I rushed in there. And who wouldn't? And in that moment I understood. Like Thor, I'd been so focused on emptying that horn that I'd forgotten about everything else. My love, my family, my friends, and from that moment I put everything aside instantly without hesitation and decided it was time to focus on what matters in life. And that's what I've done ever since. It has been a blast, but from time to time my mind drifted towards the will to create videos, mostly because the very few who know I make videos kept reminding me. The urge grew, and I had to talk to my love about it. Without using my creative side on a regular basis, I didn't feel complete anymore. We decided to put that creative part, Ymir, must be allowed to set free, but in moderation and under strict control. I was glad, but also scared because I didn't know how to proceed. Then I talked to those who I think those I considered part of my Terraria family for the first time in 2 years. I was so scared about being rejected, but instead I got told I was missed and showered in kind words. From that moment, I stopped being afraid and let Ymir loose again. So here I am in all my glory, flex. I can't or will not promise how often I will upload, but trust me, I don't want to become a ghost. With a ghost, I mean a soul that has to keep wondering how his life would have been if he had completed what he once started. First step towards that is the Hagrid's adventure will be finished. Finally, a big Hagrid. Yeah, a lot of inspiration from Norse. That's like this tattoo on my arm too. This is elder folk. I love Norse mythology. Finally, a big thank you to who kept up with me and blah 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 blah. And thank you to the special person who wrote to me and put down the horn. Slow down. Cool.
YouTube channel. This made it so he couldn't care about the things in life that really matter, being his relationship with his friends, family, and a significant other. So over the past 2 years, he had decided to reprioritize his life and focus on the things that are more important to him. That being said, he decided to come back to his channel as he still felt empty from not using his creative side. After that video, he uploaded 6 more videos before disappearing once more, and to this day, Ymir has not shown up on the internet ever since. I've heard rumors that Ymir said his final goodbyes on his YouTube channel discussion page, which is a feature that no longer exists. Thanks, YouTube. The leading theory of what happened is that he had health complications and decided to start spending more time with his family. Is Ymir dead? Probably not. I think he just finds things more important in life than his YouTube career and internet friends. Maybe one day he'll come back in a cyber shell-esque blaze of glory, but until then, Ymir will live on in the minds of many Terraria fans. Meat, formerly known as Meat Sleep, is a horror YouTube channel that started back in 2014, ran by a group of approximately 11 people. The videos uploaded to the channel are often very hard to follow and have disturbing imagery and audio. The series spanned over several channels, including the original Meat Sleep channel on YouTube, Sonkin, a secondary channel created a couple days before Meat Sleep, and Tenol Beking, a user on the Russian social media site VK. The series comprised over 90 videos, and fans spread theories about what it all means. Themes in their videos contain things like stalking, kidnapping, sexual fetishism, and even cannibalism. There were theories that the person who runs the channel was a real-life serial killer, or that it was an ARG. However, they revealed when the series ended that Meat Sleep didn't actually have a central plot, and was rather building up the videos based on the theories that people had about it in the comments section. The commenters were actually the real, true directors of the series, rather than the people behind the channel. When I first got to Meat Sleep on this part of the Iceberg, I kind of rolled my eyes at it, because at face value, it's pretty similar to a lot of stuff on Tier 4. But ultimately, it's a pretty creative series, and is one of the most interesting ways to do an ARG I've ever seen. However, as Meat Sleep gained popularity, things got a bit ugly, due to the nature of it being a series spanning multiple channels that aren't immediately obviously linked to each other at first. Things got a bit ugly when fans went out of their way to try and search for more channels that linked to Meat Sleep. They began harassing several individuals, including an innocent, unrelated woman who was hosting a GoFundMe for a 6-week-old chihuahua's medical attention. She took down the video and her entire YouTube channel due to how much harassment she was receiving from Meat Sleep fans. This eventually culminated in the start of 2016 when Meat Sleep uploaded a final video titled No More, where they chastised the viewers for being disrespectful towards random people. With this video, they dispelled all mystery of the channel before ending it. Later, at some point, all the videos on the Meat Sleep channel were taken down, including the videos by several other YouTubers about Meat Sleep, such as Nightmind's video. Meat Sleep stands as one of the most interesting ARG experiments in the history of YouTube, but in the end, what caused its downfall was its unruly fanbase who believed the whole evil serial killer thing a bit too much. Meat Sleep went dark for the next 5 years before coming back to their Twitter account in 2021, only to inform viewers that the main person behind the channel had passed away that year. Found on the Tape is a YouTube channel that posted 3 videos in 2011 and stopped.
That's like oddly like sad, you know, that it's like, wow, that's funny. It's like a reverse Frankenstein. All the people commenting are the ones responsible for the storyline continuing and branching out into certain things. But then that monster that Meat Sleep has created, and they were the original monster, get it, because the horror content, their monster was their fan base. That's a little bit sad. I don't know why harassing a Chihuahua lady, like, I kind of want more elaboration on what that was about, what the whole thing was about, but I don't know, maybe Swag didn't find anything, because why would they think she was just connected? Like, is there a reason? That's very odd. Yeah, that's very odd. And then just to come back after, you know, stopping everything to say that the original creator has passed. It's like a second sad note to come on, but I guess it's like to honor, you know. But yeah. That's a weird one for me.
Stopped uploading past that point. The videos all have similar audiovisual aesthetics, with creepy imagery, a low buzzing noise, and of course these strange codes thrown about the videos. Yeah, there's another ARG. The codes in these videos led to a download link for
Why is there so many ARGs?
a custom Half-Life 2 map. The map is a filthy room covered in stains, and trying to leave the room will result in a jump scare of a face found in the videos. There were 2 other maps who were sent by email to a select few people who had emailed found on the tape previously. These maps had players crawling through vents until having them fall to their deaths at the end. Finally, the last map has you run from this monster in a vent, and that's pretty much where the ARG ends. Not crazy elaborate, probably by sheer virtue of being kinda old, but still an interesting way to go about it. Including Half-Life 2 map is pretty unique.
That ladder to nowhere is a real dickhead move. That's really messed up. I really do want to create individual commentaries on these. It would be a challenge, though. I'm not gonna hold you.
Pollution.
Imagine coming back to all these. Him having it segmented up makes it easier, but definitely.
Entertainment was a YouTube channel run by Chilean teenager Matías Ignacio Vera Oyarzo. He started this channel in 2014 when he was only 10 years old and initially did Let's Plays of the kind of games you'd expect from 2014 YouTube. You know, Five Nights at Freddy's, Slender, SCP Containment Breach. Although it wouldn't be until 2018 when he would gain large amounts of...
Don't expect crazy editing on this entry. Most of this shit has been taken down, and I don't really feel like looking for re-uploads, as you might imagine.
Variety. He made several racist and xenophobic...
You're already putting in a lot of work anyways. Uh-oh, we're tapping into racism.
comments toward his fellow content creators. He was also an avid sexual harasser, at one point masturbating on a live stream while moaning the name of one of his fellow classmates, who definitely did not consent to him doing this. By the way, this was when he was only 13 or 14. He was also alleged to have sexually harassed several colleagues, including...
Excuse me? On live stream? This goes back to what I said, the internet made people too uncomfortable. I was almost going to end up like the Terraria YouTuber in my commentary videos saying how I honestly was just going to take a break. What? When the actual hell, bro? What? We're half of the video. Let's just get a little bit further, I guess.
Touching them in intimate areas. However, even all of these pale in comparison to what Pollution Entertainment is most infamous for, which is the death of his pet kitten, Jason. On December 15th, 2018...
You're not about to tell me he's responsible. He's responsible. Yeah, right? He's responsible. It is mysterious that he's responsible.
He uploaded a video stating that his cat had passed away due to accidental causes and that
accidental causes.
He had adopted 2 new kittens. However, 4 days later,
he adopted 2 new ones, and the 2 new ones mysteriously accidentally passed away.
Later on December 19th, this was found out to not be the truth. Apparently, he got into an argument with one of his friends on WhatsApp, and as a result, sent a video of him abusing the hell out of his cat, throwing him, stepping on him, kicking him, and repeatedly hitting him with a wooden spoon. And then the cat later died from the injuries. Another video surfaced of Matías abusing one of his new cats by throwing it into a dirty toilet bowl. So obviously after these videos came to light, surely Matías was heavily punished. Like, at least a channel termination, right? No. YouTube allowed this channel to...
I know this! I know this guy! Oh my gosh, wait, I think I watched Critical make a video about him. And it was out of sight, out of mind, because I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, well, honestly, I don't think about this shit on a daily anyways. You know, come make your videos and go back to your life. But honestly, what? And it just got super bright in my, well, hang on. Whoa, this is kind of weird. Hang on a second. All right, let's finish this up.
Stay up for years. And it's not like this flew under their radar or anything. This was a huge deal in the Spanish-speaking side of YouTube. This channel, Dallas Review, with 10 million subscribers, made a video.
It was Critical or something.
Jordy Wild also made a video on him, who had 3.5 million. Hell, it even made it onto national mainstream news in his home country. However, YouTube, in their infinite wisdom, decided not to delete Pollution's channel. Fast forward 2 years later. Pollution's video gained popularity, and he developed a cult-like fanbase of people who thought the animal abuse was really cool. Several channels arose in the Spanish side of YouTube abusing animals in Pollution's name, and the issue only got worse and worse, with YouTube doing nothing about it. It took Critical to finally upload two videos calling YouTube staff to action. They waited an entire month after he posted, and again, 2 whole years after the abuse happened, before finally taking down Pollution for good.
Guys, we're gonna cut the video here. I'm going to record the next part right now. Probably you'll see it uploaded maybe a few days after this one. You know how us YouTubers do things. I'm gonna say this right now. Does this not make you think of conspiracies? I'm just saying. Does this not make you consider that certain things are just odd? There's no way that if he goes on the news, it gets a lot of attention. Spanish-speaking YouTubers are talking about it. I'm pretty sure there's probably even more smaller creators spamming the algorithm with it. That YouTube doesn't just pick up on this because I say, or you know, how easily, bro. If I said certain terms, you would see a Wikipedia flag pop up at the bottom of this video. You're telling me that this AI system doesn't just pick up on this sort of thing, or YouTube doesn't? Is somebody paid off? I'm just like, does this not make you think these things? Like, there's no way that I can just believe someone who doesn't think that it's very odd that YouTube does not just, oh my gosh, like I would be the wrong YouTube commentator to come up and make videos like Critical saying this stuff, because I'd be like, I mean, some people would think I'm like purely out of my mind. Some, you know, I don't know. I love everyone I've met through my YouTube journey, but I feel like sometimes I can't be on the internet because I'm just like, bro, I don't know. It just feels like there's just things that I'd be noticing and be wondering if anyone else is noticing, and really be like, is this not just a little bit, as Rachel Zegler would say, weird, because it's like, what? YouTube just doesn't do it? No, bro. Something is not right though, bro. Like, something is not right there, bro. This is like one of those things where I say, you know, when you start recognizing patterns and then like people or things or other people will try to gaslight you out of thinking that you're not seeing a certain pattern, but something is looking very, very suspicious. Actually, one of the things happening right now is Gamergate. So it's like, or Gamergate 2.0, such a dumb term. All this shit is stupid. Bro, what is reality? I'm sorry. We're going to end the video on that note. Much love, Moonlight. I'm going to get right into shooting the next one. Remember to stay authentic. If you like the video, share it with your friends. Share it around. Tell people, come at my channel. Come at Swagwin. Come at, not in a bad way. Oh, this might be the iceberg that breaks my sanity, brother. My sanity's already gone, but this one, the themes we might get into, Jesus. All right, I'm going to go shoot the next part right now.